What is the emergency? How can we help you? Okay.
Sorry.
Are you there with him now? When's the last time you saw him or talked to him?
Yesterday, please.
Hurry. Stay with me on the line, okay? We're already on the way there now. I'm going to give you instructions. Can you wake him up? I'm going to give you instructions. Stay with me on the line, okay? You found him on the bed, on the floor? Okay, listen, so I can help you. The only way we're going to help your friend is if you follow my... Hello, sir? Hello?
The 26-year-old superstar was at the height of his creativity when he overdosed. His colleagues and friends are still in shock. In today's video, we will talk about the last hours of Mac Miller, so let's get started. 1 week before his death, Mac Miller was overjoyed. On August 31st, the rapper invited Thundercat, a close friend and collaborator, and his daughter Sana to his Studio City, California, home to celebrate the girl's 12th birthday. He refused not to celebrate it with us. Thundercat laughs. What do I get her? I don't know, some Gucci flip-flops? Miller served his guests dinner, twice sang happy birthday, and then retired to the couch, where the three friends spent the rest of the night watching Sana's favorite TV shows, with Miller stealing her phone and trolling her Instagram and Snapchat feeds. Thundercat remarks, "The happiness was there, man. I recognized it in him, and it wasn't fake." It was the last time Thundercat saw his friend alive. On September 7th, just before noon, police officers responded to a frantic 911 call placed by Miller's personal assistant and longtime sober coach, who discovered Miller's lifeless body in a bedroom in his sprawling, compound-like home. The 26-year-old rapper, who topped the charts as an independent teen artist and championed and befriended many of hip-hop's biggest stars, and whose career was defined by a never-ending desire to improve his craft, was pronounced dead at the scene. Miller died of an accidental overdose, according to an autopsy report released by the Los Angeles County Coroner's Office on November 5th. His system contained fentanyl, cocaine, and alcohol. A bottle of alcohol and prescription pills were discovered in his home, as well as a powdery white substance on his person. Miller was last seen by his assistant around 10:30 p.m. on September 6th and spoke to his mother on the phone that night. According to witness statements in the autopsy report, nobody knew anything was wrong until the assistant arrived in the next morning. He usually woke Miller up at 11:30 a.m. and discovered Miller's body. Miller had a long history of addiction. According to a statement in the autopsy report, he had frequent slip-ups while attempting sobriety, which could have been excessive. According to his assistant, the last such incident before the night of his death occurred on September 4th, just 3 days before his death. Miller was open about his reliance on lean, a combination of codeine and promethazine. It peaked around the time he was working on Macadelic, his 2012 mixtape. I think he got a little bit deeper into drugs and was talking about it after the making of his Blue Slide Park, his 2011 debut album, says Benji Grinberg, the founder of independent Pittsburgh record label Rostrum Records, who signed Miller to his first record deal in 2010 and served as his de facto manager for several years after. It was definitely terrifying. I'd never been so close to someone with such problems. Miller's death, however, came as a surprise to those closest to him. He died in his best mental and physical condition in years, according to all accounts. Miller had been working with his sober coach since 2016, and he worked out nearly every day at an LA gym. T.Y. Dolla $ign, who was working on a joint project with Miller at the time of his death, spent the day with him at Chalice Recording Studios in Los Angeles 2 weeks before his death. He was in good spirits, T.Y. says, recalling their mutual friendship with Miller's former Rostrum label mate, Wiz Khalifa. He had everyone in the room in stitches laughing. Miller also had his first meeting with Fifth Harmony member Dinah Jane that day, and she was talking about how nice he was, T.Y. recalls. She wasn't expecting him to be that cool, but he was. Yeah man, I say, that's Mac. Since Miller's death, people who knew him have been eager to share their memories of him. He was always polite to everyone, says T.Y. Dolla $ign. As soon as he entered the room, he spoke to everyone. He'd shake everyone's hand. He was just a really nice guy. Nobody I know can say anything negative about him. Ariana Grande, Miller's ex-girlfriend, paid tribute to him by posting a candid video of him on Instagram a week after his death. "I have adored you since the day I met you when I was 19, and I will always do so," she wrote. "We discussed it. Numerous times I'm so angry and sad that I don't know what to do." Grande later made a reference to Miller in her most recent single, the Billboard topping "Thank You, Next." "I wish I could say thank you," she says, "because he was a guardian angel. Beyond launching my career, he was one of the sweetest guys I ever met." Chance the Rapper wrote on Twitter, "Amazing man, I truly adored him. I'm completely shattered. May God bless him. You gotta know that if you weren't familiar with Mac Miller, you were about to be. Whether you saw him at a festival or a friend was going to catch a show and tell everyone they knew about it, like I did. Mac put in the work." Mayer wrote on Instagram, "The night after Miller's death, Elton John paid tribute to him at the start of his farewell tour in Allentown, Pennsylvania. The song Don't Let the Sun Go Down on Me was dedicated to the rapper. Unbelievably, 26 years old and passed away yesterday," the legend said before breaking into one of his most famous songs. "It's unfathomable that someone so young and talented could do that. He'd had loved it if someone as random and iconic as Elton John dedicated a song to him," Dan says. "It makes me happy that he got to release this last album and see how well received it was," he continues. "But it makes me incredibly sad because I know he had so much more to say musically and would continue to amaze us all." Miller was aware that, even as he collaborated with his friends and peers to create each of his artistic statements, he was solely responsible for his overall legacy. "You realize you're the only variable," Miller said a few weeks before his death. "You are the only difference. That is why you must be so forthright. You pour so much of yourself into your work. Because, in the end, you are the only thing that is unique. You're the only thing that distinguishes it. Who knows what people think of me at this point," he told me in 2016. "To be honest, I'm not sure what I'm talking about anymore. It was like, oh, he's a rich white kid, which was false for a while. Then it was, he's a drug addict, which could be interpreted in various ways. At this point, all I want is for my music to be it. Simply go there." People may or may not grasp the concept as time passes. They don't have to though. All they have to do now is listen. So that's the end of the video. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and press the notification bell so you never miss out on our next videos. Until the next video, take care.